Let's chat about what really pisses me off. 23-year-old fitness Felicia, who's trying to coach somebody going through menopause the same way they would a 20-year-old client. Now, having helped hundreds of women build banging bodies in menopause, I'm going to be the first one to tell you the game is completely different in this phase of your journey. What used to work in your 20s and 30s is no longer going to cut it anymore. And there's a lot more at play here than just dropping a few pounds. We can do some serious damage to our hormonal markers, our metabolic markers, if we do not approach this correctly. And there is a ton of bullshit all over this platform. So I want to talk about the top 5 menopause myths keeping you overweight and frustrated. And make sure you stick around for the last myth because it's definitely the most controversial and one that you probably played into. Myth number 5, cutting out food groups, particularly carbs. And for the love of all things holy, it is 2023. Can we please get past this whole good food versus bad food mentality? It has been proven that carbs actually help to reduce inflammation and stress. Now, do we need to eat them in the right amounts for your body, your goals, your metabolism? Absolutely. But cutting them out is one of the worst things you can do, and I can guarantee that it's going to lead to you binging. Myth number 4, you have to eat less and move more. That's the only way to get rid of the menopause belly. Negative, ghostwriter, and quite honestly, your obsessive need to diet is what's contributing to your menopause belly. You are driving stress and inflammation up, and you are making it impossible for you to stick to your fat loss goals. Optimal hormone support is crucial in this phase of our journey, and this approach is not going to get you there. Menopause myth number 3, gaining 15 to 20 pounds is normal. Just accept it. Bullshit. I have debunked this myth more times than I can even count. Yes, fluctuating hormone levels can make this a bit more challenging, but you have so much more control than what you ever give yourself credit for. So what's missing? A plan custom to you. Eating enough food, prioritizing protein, balancing hormones, which leads me to my next point. Menopause myth number 2, prioritizing cardio to lose weight. First off, most going through menopause don't realize that less is actually better. However, you need to let go of the cardio mentality and you need to be following a properly built strength training program focused on progressive overload. 3 to 4 days max of intentional training is going to work wonders for us. But the reality is that cardio is extremely hard to recover from. Chances of you eating enough to support that activity, they're slim to none. You're not eating enough protein, which means you're losing muscle mass, which is taking you in the ass backwards direction of your goals. As you continue to drive your hormones into the ground and wonder why your body refuses to make any changes. Menopause myth number 1, the most controversial, and I'll be waiting for all the comments in my DMs, but fasting is the way to go if you want to rid the menopause belly. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. 90% of the studies done on fasting were actually performed with men who don't have the same fluctuating hormones as females do. Everything that we're doing right now is to get your hormones into an optimal range, not normal, optimal. As we age, our natural production of cortisol, it starts to increase. And then our production of estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone, they start to decrease. Many of you probably are not aware, but cortisol is at its peak in the AM. Not eating helps to elevate those levels, which is helping to throw all of your other hormones out of whack. You get where I'm going at here? And let's be honest, this is how most of you treat fasting. Starve yourself all day, hangry, get around food, binge, which ends up throwing you out of a caloric deficit and taking you in the backwards direction of your goals. I understand menopause is challenging, but it does not need to be impossible when it comes to your weight loss and fat loss goals. But what you need to do is find a coach who understands the female body, hormones, metabolism. Because generic cookie cutter bullshit, it's not going to get you there. If anything, it's just driving you deeper and deeper into the ground.